Welcome back to my channel. In my last video I did an unboxing and I didn't pay too much attention to the controller. The intention with that video was just simply to show the contents of the Fly More package, but I thought it worthwhile doing a short video on the controller. I've got it here, and as you can see I have attached my mobile phone. It's a very neat design. This extension bar pulls out, spring loaded, clamps the mobile phone in place. There is a lead that's stored within the controller that comes out. It has a connector attached to it which you pop into your phone, and the kit comes with a number of leads, different connectors for different phones. What I didn't explain is that these sticks, the joysticks, which unscrew, oops, they actually fit into the case at the bottom here, like that, store away neatly when you've finished with your flying. And when you set up for a new flight, you remove them, screw them in place. Very neat design. The other thing I've noticed, which I thought I'd mention now, is that during my first couple of flights, I was quite concerned with controlling the craft and making sure I didn't crash. But as I gradually built up confidence with the craft in the air, I did begin to notice that the craft wasn't moving as smoothly as I would like. And having looked at some tutorials on YouTube, really helpfully took me through some settings that I might try. And so I've done that. Within the software you can calibrate the action of the craft in how it responds to the movement of these sticks. And what I will be doing later today is taking the craft up for another flight, and it will be interesting to test out these settings to see what, if any, improvement they've made, and whether or not my experience in using the craft is enhanced by the changes that have been made. What I'm going to do now is show you some footage of the last time I took the craft up, which had the previous settings, and I think it will be interesting for you to see the types of movements that I'm talking about and how I'm not quite happy with those movements and why I think I would like them changed. Okay, so this footage is taken from my second time out with the drone. At this point in the flight, it's around 405 meters from me. I'm at an altitude of around 54 meters. Light winds, overcast, and I'm far enough away from those power lines to start testing or feel confident in testing some maneuvers. You saw me move the gimbal there, and it went rather jerkily up and down, and there again you see there it's not as smooth as I'm trying to make it, and therefore that tells me that I need to make some adjustments in the software, which is what I'm going to be doing. Those power lines there are at a height of around 26 meters, the top cable that is. I nearly crashed into them on my maiden flight. I've posted a clip of that particular incident. I can tell you that my heart was racing throughout that incident, and It's something that I will not forget. I'm pulling round here. That movement's fairly smooth. Again, I'd like to make it more smooth. I should say that I'm in normal mode here. Perhaps if I switch to cinema mode when making these maneuvers, it will make things smoother for me. So that's something I'm going to be exploring in my next flight. At this point here, I'd been hovering for a while, trying to get my bearings. I must say that I'm finding it difficult using the compass. I understand there's been a software update and the new compass setting is quite different from the old one. I cannot find, or I'm finding it extremely difficult locating the craft from the compass, so that when it goes out of sight or I lose sight of it, I'm finding it very difficult to orientate myself just using the compass, trying to link the compass up to the craft. And on occasions I've had a warning for a weak signal, and it's been very difficult for me. It's been trial and error really, trying to get the antennae pointing straight to the craft. So that's something I'm going to need to look into and try to learn how better to use the compass. Again, here you can see me using the gimbal. I'm trying at this stage to see how smooth I can make the movement up and down, and I'm having great difficulty with it. So it's definitely something to do with the settings in the software, and I will be looking at calibrating them, making things smoother for me or easier for me to control the pitch of the gimbal. I'm heading home here, back over the wires. That white house you can see there is where I live, and that silver car is my car in front of the house. You can just about see two figures. That's me and my eldest son looking at the craft. At this point I have managed to locate it, but I had to do it visually. I really couldn't do it from the compass, and that's something I've got to address, because I don't want to run the risk of losing the craft and not being able to find it in flight. I know there's the safety measure of return to home, but I don't really want to rely on that. I'd rather be able to know where the drone has gone to and where it is in the sky. So if nothing more, just to be able to point my antenna directly at it and keep a strong signal. So here I am, I'm coming in back over the roof. That's the neighbour's roof, coming back down, and end of journey. So I hope you enjoyed that and found it useful. The purpose of this channel is to chart my progress in learning how to operate and manipulate the DJI Mini 2 drone. I'm a complete novice, as you're probably finding out from the video that I'm posting. The purpose of this channel is to vlog my progress in getting to grips with the software, the controller, and how to manipulate the drone. My interest is in photography and video making, and I've always wanted to take video footage from a drone, but it's been the aspect of learning how to operate the drone that has put me off. So if you're interested in charting or following my journey to enlightenment, then please consider subscribing and following my progress. Until next time, thank you.